Yeah, Dave, just DeCremmer, not as sharp as what you see from him, and how disappointing was it given two okay starts before this?
Well, his last start wasn't very good. The one before was really good. You know, he didn't. What he did he get out of the? He threw an inning last time, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but that was in that the game we got beat up pretty good. Yeah, Arkansas State. So he's had two really bad games in a row. His book before when he was getting loose, it wasn't going great. As a matter of fact, a little concern, and obviously we had guys sitting in the pen. Normally we wouldn't, and five hitters, bang, we got him out, and we're down 4 runs. So. Really good job by the bullpen for the most part. I mean, they gave us a chance to win the game, get back in the game. I thought we hit the ball decent, and I felt like that, just maybe a little bit of tough luck. Cam hits a ball that would have been out. Wynn held it up. I feel like Souza may be the same way in the eighth. Wynn held it up. But, we line out there in the ninth. We're going to have runners at least on first and second. It's just kind of the way the game works. But I like the way we competed. I thought we played pretty solid defense for the most part. They did a nice job on a push bunt. Our second baseman didn't get over, but we ended up turning double play, so it didn't actually cost us another run. Yeah, it was. It was really a pretty good game. I don't like to lose, but at least I feel like we played really hard and we hit the ball solidly, fielded, and pitched well out of the pen. For the most part, we just didn't win the game.
Do you feel like just the struggles have kind of snowballed for TJ here, and was there any consideration in pinch hitting for him in the eighth?
Yeah, I was going to pinch hit for him if they brought the lefty in, but we couldn't get the lefty out, or excuse me, out of the game. And you look down the bench and you got some young guys, you got a couple right-handed hitters, but you'd think after you see him a couple, man, I think it would have been a second at bat against that left-hander. He's going to get one because he's got a lot of power, and obviously he didn't. Yeah, so that was the thought. But I thought we'd have the lefty out well before his at bat there in the eighth.
There was a curfew today, and I looked at the clock. It was like 1:40, and you'd only gotten through the fourth inning. Then it seemed like, boom, it's eighth inning. It seemed like Steele kind of pitched with a lot of urgency and got you back into the dugout quickly. What did you think about that, and just give you the chance to get to the ninth inning?
Yeah, I thought Steele threw really well. I mean, he came in and got us a ground ball. I mean, really, he gave up a push bunt hit and maybe one or two other hits, but he threw some ground balls, got some strikeouts, and I really liked what I saw. But he was quick. He gets the ball and goes. He didn't mess around out there, and we weren't worried about the clock. The way I look at it, if I start worrying about the clock, it's going to cause me to do something I don't want to do, and who knows? I figured if we played 8 innings, we play 8. We got the same amount of at bats as they do. We got to the ninth, we had a chance, got a leadoff man on, and then absolutely, smoke one. The guy makes a great play, and it's you're kind of shaking your head, going, "Wow." Hopefully, we can change our luck here a little bit. But Rutenball goes down 2 strikes, slaps the ball through the hole there. That was a great at bat, fourth hit of the day, and. We got a chance. We got Aloy up. Hadn't done a whole lot today. Thought maybe he'll run into one. All I wanted was a single, get to the next guy, and he rolled it over to the third baseman, which, it is what it is.
Carter, he's gotten on base for you 7 times and 9 plate appearances the last 2 days. I would assume you want to keep that bat in the lineup. How do you find a way to do that?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to try to figure that out. So I need to get Helfrich hitting. You need to get some of these guys in the middle order start hitting. And that's why I put Rutenbar up there in the 4-hole. I just felt like he gave us some really good at bats yesterday. I figured he'd give us some good at bats in there. I didn't know he'd get 4 hits, obviously, but he never had anybody to drive in. He might have had a runner on first, but he never had anybody in scoring position, and it's too bad.
You mentioned Cahillo rolling over on that one of the. Seems like it's a lot of ground balls from him lately, and
Yep.
he's a hitter that usually puts it in the air. What have you seen from him recently at the plate?
Just pulling off the ball, flying open, and he's gonna have to make some adjustments. Because there's other guys that are going to play. I got guys I got to get in the lineup, so he needs to make an adjustment. we had, he struggled at the end of last year, and we thought we corrected some things, and now it seems to be back to that. And conference play starting, we got to have him hitting.
What was the message to the team just after this one, looking ahead to conference play this weekend?
A little bit of everything, talked about how we got behind early, but I really liked the fight in the team, and I felt like we hit the ball pretty good. We just have to have more production here and there. I mean, the 9-hole goes 0 for 4 with 4 Ks, and, the middle of the order didn't do much except for my 4-hole hitter, and, Robinette got a big hit. But just not enough up and down the lineup, and we've got to get that worked out. I told him I thought we played good defense, turned a couple really nice double plays, and I told him I thought we played hard. Then I talked about conference play, SEC play, and things like that.
Only one hit for him today, but you mentioned his fly out that the wind kind of killed, and he had a big double. Did you like maybe Nolan's approach a little bit better today than what you've been seeing?
Yeah, I thought he, obviously hit the big double, and I also hit a ball extremely hard into the wind on a normal day. Ball goes out of the park, and he got in the, he took some pitches, and I definitely liked what I saw. I thought it was a lot better than, the other day, and we need his bat.
You said something on the pregame show today about playing the older guys on the left side of the infield with Souza and Pompey. Does anything change after Pompey had the 4 strikeouts today? And what do you do about shortstop?
Yeah, I don't know. What do we do? I mean, can Rutenbaugh play short? That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I don't know. You recruit kids to come in here and play, and they need to play. They need to play good. So we just keep working with them. I mean, what do? You can't strike out every other bat, and if not, we got to start bunting guys and taking, and hopefully they just run into one every now and then. But when you get down to the end of the order, you got 3 guys that are hitting under 200, I think, and I think Sousa's trending up, but I don't know about the other guys.
Dave, just your early thoughts on Mississippi State and maybe the challenges they present compared to what you've seen already this season.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their numbers, and I've watched them play, 3 or 4 times, maybe not a full game, but 3 or 4 or 5 innings at a time. Very, very balanced lineup of right and left-handed hitters. They got some sock in the middle. Got a couple good runners. Their arms, Friday guy out right-handed really good. Lefty's really good. They both have big-time velocity, good secondary pitches. I mean, that's why they're ranked in the top 2 or 3 wherever they're at right now. They can beat you in a lot of different ways. So, veteran team. Coach brought some guys with them. Got a couple other guys, I think, and then a lot of their better players stayed, and it's a good combination.
In all your time here, just with conference play here, the key to consistency weekend after weekend, have you honed in on it? Is it ever changing as you continue your career?
So I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Just the key to consistency weekend after weekend in the SEC, have you honed in on it? Is it ever changing as your career continues?
Yeah, I mean, it's the SEC is just, it's really good. I mean, we don't get too up for one team and not another. I just tell them that they all count the same. You got 30 of them, and it takes 10 weeks to get through it. When you get a chance to win one, you got to win it. You can't blow it. You got, if you come back and steal a game here and there, can flip your record, obviously. But it's just a tough league. It's a grown-up league and a man's league, and you gotta play well and you gotta compete hard. And if you don't, you get left behind.
I just wanted to ask you one more about Stetson. You said before they came in here you thought they were going to be confident and veteran. And what do you think after you've seen for 4 games?
Yeah, I think they have a really good team, and I think we just, I made the comment, we won 7-1 on Friday, and it felt like it was 7-6 to me. They hit some balls hard. We made some mistakes. We left some runners out there, and I wasn't really happy the way we played. I was happy with the win, and I told the team that. We come out on Saturday, and it went our way all day, and we got off to a hot start, and it just kept going, and you end up run ruling a team like that. I told them they were in for a challenge the next day, which was yesterday, and you saw what happened. And then, you know, those guys are pretty fired up, and they get to hang out here and have a chance to even this series, beat a team ranked in the top 10, whether we deserve it or not, and on their, you know, on the road, and I'm sure they were talking about their RPI and strength of schedule and playing in a regional and all that stuff, and their guys came out and just absolutely got after DeCramer, and you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we learn from it. Hopefully we get better because of what went on. I know that we have a lot of new guys in our program, whether they're from high school or from other programs. And, you know, to me, I just want them to know this is not the way we go about things here.